guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. Kid Gohan just dropped on Global Dokkan. This is actually one of my personal favorite units in the game. I really like this Kid Gohan because he really brings the teams that he's on together. I feel like he's ridiculously good in all content. He just has a lot of big-time positives about him. There are some negatives, of course. His damage, I think, is very unimpressive, honestly, for what is a, top tier, I think, 2021 Dokkan Fest. I certainly would have liked more damage than we do see from this Gohan, but between his amazing active skill, his really good support for both key and defense, and his stacking defense, I think that this Kid Gohan can be very good. And he does have some interesting stunning mechanics, which could help in Super Battle Road stages. And again, I think he probably has the personal... Well, I want to say he has the best active skill in the game. I think I'm pretty comfortable saying that. All right, so turn one. Here he is at 269k defense. I do have Kid Gohan's SSR here, fully link level 10 as well. Now remember, Kid Gohan, right? He gets 158% attack on super attack, so supports are going to make him look better, like this Goku and Gohan unit right here. He gets another 58% attack and defense if there's another Heavenly Events category ally in the same turn. We're running a full Heavenly Events team right here. And then finally, he gets another 58% attack and stuns enemies that he super attacks after he gets hit. We're not going to be able to see that because, of course, we're not going to get targeted at the start. We have Saiyan Warrior Race and All in the Family active. So, I adore this Kid Gohan. Yeah, see, like 3.53. That's just not good. I would say it's acceptable by him because of the fact that he's doing so much else, right? But I'm not gonna make excuses and act like his damage is good in any way. Here, I want to get that Gotenks off. I think what is this Gohan right here? This is a one dupe Gohan. Sure, we'll see. He'll let him get the unit super attack, stuff like that. I do have the Krillin and Piccolo who will be coming to Global very soon. The Awakening for the free-to-play unit. They're a pretty good support type unit for this category team, but it's one of those things where you probably don't want to use Krillin and Piccolo unless you're on the Heavenly Events team. That's pretty much the only place you're going to use them. They are pretty good, though, I would say. So, I mean, there's not really a lot to say else, I guess, with this Gohan, right? Because, like, I've used him so much. He is so good. Again, God event, Legendary Vegeta event, Super Battle Road stages. As much as I can, I usually am using this Gohan. He's just really that good. Again, we're not going to be able to see him getting hit at the start. He's already up to 325k defense, so he's able to build up defense ridiculously fast. Sort of similar to like the Dokkan Fest Kale and Caulifla. Honestly, like, I feel like Kid Gohan is probably in range of about, like, as good as Kale and Caulifla are. I probably would say Kale and Caulifla are better, though, because there's just, there's actually a bunch of factors to that. One, their leader skill is way better, right? They dropped Gohan as the leader for this Heavenly Events category team, which is just, I mean, bad. This team is horrendous. Look at this. This is a category team right here. It's just not good, right? And it's like, yeah, it definitely has gotten better with, Dokkan Fest Super Vegeta being added to it, as well as the Super Trunks Easy Ace. They're pretty good, right? And then, of course, the World Tournament Reward card, too, Gohan, who's solid. But the team is still just not really good, right? Whereas, like, the new Kale and Caulifla, their Bond of Friendship team is just absolutely, like, insane. How good that team is, right? The Bond of Friendship team is really good. Kale and Caulifla probably have a better link set than Kid Gohan. So Kid Gohan's link set is the Innocence, Demonic Ways, Saiyan Warrior Race, All in the Family, the Saiyan Lineage, Gaze of Respect, and Fierce Battle. Just, again, not really what I would consider that good of a link set, because, like, Demonic Ways and Gaze of Respect, I feel like a lot of the times that's just a throwaway. It's not really going to be able to help you out too much. So far, this run is not really going so well, right? Because, like, here, this would have been a great turn for Kid Gohan, but, like, I'm not able to have the support active from Gotenks, unfortunately, here. All right, I'm going to keep that Gotenks on rotation. So we have, what, Innocence, Saiyan Lineage, and Fierce Battle all active, 350k defense. We are going to get hit at the start of turn right here. So finally, we're going to be able to activate his full passive here and not just part of his passive. But this is the only thing, like, units that have to get hit at the start of turn, it's like, see, like, so, like, Gohan does 5.5 right there. That's good. But it's not, most of the time, I feel like you're not going to get that, right? So it's like, you know, Kid Gohan, like, oh, yeah, look, like, yo, the 5.5 million attacks with this support, like, he's looking good. That's good damage for this, also having the support that he does. But that's going to be a very, very uncommon situation, I would say. Like, you're not really going to be able to see Kid Gohan sort of drop out those attack stats often. Like, when I'm typically using Kid Gohan, I mean, I use him as a support type unit most of the time, right? And when I'm using him as a support type unit, like, it's, you know, you're not putting him in slot 1 most of the time, but you're probably not running a Heavenly Events category ally because, I mean, they're just flat out not that good, right? Like, it's not like the Heavenly Events team is just, like, so crazy with must runs. I mean, you could definitely do, like, the Legendary Vegeta event and run, like, AGL LR Gohan, for example, right? Like, for sure. But, you know, for the most part, just the way it plays out. Yeah, this run, this was just one of those nightmare runs. Like, this happens in showcases where it's just, like, what I wanted to show, like, I didn't get one turn with my Gohan next to Gotenks with multiple enemies. Oh, actually, I think Super Vegeta, he's probably just going to finish off this fight by himself. Okay. Let's do another run. We'll probably, I mean, we already saw the way he was stacking up his defense like crazy. Seems like he builds up his defense very rapidly, right? Like, Kale and Khalif are able to build up their defense very rapidly as well. I probably will continue the comparison between them since, again, Kale and Khalif are currently on JP right now, and then Kid Gohan, of course, is on Global. Alright, so while going through here, again, we're getting a lot of rotations of not good news for our boy Gohan. I'm curious, so this is going to be without a Heavenly Events category ally on rotation, and we're also not going to get hit at the start of turn because we're not able to. So let's go ahead and see. I'll let LR Goku super attack first. That will give a little bit of an attack buff to Gohan. And let's go ahead and see what his damage is right here. Oh, I didn't show his link. He's getting a lot of links active, right? You know, things like Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, All in the Family, Fierce Battle. All of those are active. Yeah, 2.63. Horrible. That is a god-awful attack stat. For, like, a major Dokkan Fest release this year, it's terrible, dude. Like, that's just really bad. Especially because, like, there's support. Again, we have a lot of his links active. It's just not really a great look for him damage-wise. I mean, there's... Listen, I know a lot of the free-to-play players out there, like, they still do the whole, like, oh, 4 million damage is good to me. That's fine. Hey. Cool, man. Yeah, you can like it, but doesn't change the fact that it's bad. it's terrible, right? Like, attack stats, like, I start to think, like, attack stats are looking good once you pass, like, 5 million, right? Like, that's just the way it is. Again, like, you know, when you link level your characters, you have them rainbowed. You know, all my good units are rainbowed link level 10. Like, I'm seeing these numbers. I'm going through long events constantly, you know, testing out different units, like, you know, Kale and Khalifa in difficult content, you know, the 350 million download units in difficult content, seeing characters, like, when they're not in, like, these super, like, optimal situations, stuff like that, like, what's good damage, what's not good damage. I'm telling y'all, like, it's just, the levels we see a lot of times are pretty unimpressive from this Kid Gohan. All right, so right here, we will have Saiyan Warrior Race, All in the Family, and Saiyan Lineage activated. 331k defense, so that defense does get high very quickly. It's just like Kale and Khalifa. They have the same thing going on, right? Where their defense does sort of build up very fast. Okay, so on this rotation right here, we're gonna have Kid Gohan with his full passive active. We have a Heavenly Events character on rotation. We have got, you know, Gohan getting hit before he attacks. So we're gonna be able to see Kid Gohan right here sort of put out his, you know, at least a good number. Let's see what he gets. Again, like, once you get all of the different conditions from his passive, that's where his damage does start to get reasonable. But you're not always going to have Heavenly Events characters around. Yeah, 4.39. It's not really too impressive, honestly. But, I mean, with the support, right, him giving all allies ki, he gives all allies defense. That's one of the major things about this Gohan, is that it's not like super class allies or Goku family allies or something like that. It's just all allies. That's why one of my favorite teams to run is actually Planetary Destruction, right? Like, you run Int Broly as your lead. You could toss this kid Gohan on the team. He works pretty well with, like, the Broly characters. And, you know, you're just good to go, right? Like, you're able to jump in there. Kid Gohan, right, is able to really help support the team. Even though it's primarily a villain build, he does work pretty good on there. So, like that's what helps Gohan, is he's a unit you could just toss on to, like, a lot of these teams in difficult content, be in an extreme Super Battle Road stage or a long difficult event or something like that. And he's typically able to help handle his business. His active skill is one of the major reasons. Again, I like it as my personal favorite active skill in the game. So you could activate it when his HP falls below 50. You know what? Let me just get into another event, and we'll bust it out right here. But again, I consider it, to me, to be the best active skill in the game. All right, so here we are in one of these good old long difficult events. Gohan, of course, works well with Tech Ultimate Gohan. That's one thing about Tech Ultimate Gohan, right? Is that, you know, they drop him, and then they release approximately 500 units who work well with him, helping him to, I would probably say, establish his dominance as the most valuable unit in the game. I think Tech Ultimate Gohan's up there. I think STR LR Broly's got a case. I think STR Vegito has a case. Right, those types of characters, I think, are like pretty much right up there as most valuable. By the way, you saw that damage by Gohan? Pretty bad. I mean, Tech Ultimate Gohan's got the same thing going on right here, 1.9. Not exactly what I'd consider good. But, like, they're both... I mean, Tech Ultimate Gohan, part of what he wants to do is do damage, but he's greatly stacking, right? So it's like, at least when you're in these long events, you know, you could transform into Ultimate Gohan or something like that and get that damage up. But our boy Kid Gohan's not really able most of the time to really put it up. Okay, so I do actually want to take damage in this event. Hopefully we're going to be able to. Probably AGL Pan is the unit that will be able to actually get hit. Because, again, I do want to rock Kid Gohan's active skill here, which we could use when HP is 58% or less. So, good for all difficult content, basically. When you need it, you'll be able to get it. No turn restriction, so you could start out a stage in Super Battle Road, perhaps, and be able to rock that right away or something like that. So that would be pretty good by our boy Kid Gohan to be able to get that off. He recovers 30% HP. He then guards for that turn, and then all allies get 20% defense for 2 turns. When it comes to long, difficult events, that is just a King Kong type ability. It is really good. We'd be able to get, what, Saiyan Warrior Race right there? Yeah, but we're going to see more damage from Gohan by putting him in slot 1 like this. By the way, Gohan's defense is just ludicrous when we have that All in the Family link active. Kid Gohan, one of these characters where, again, we get that All in the Family link active, and his defense is looking really good. Double digits already, yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why this Gohan is good. He fulfills the role that he needs to, or he's meant to, right? Like, you're not really going to see that Gohan routinely just getting, like, ass blasted in terms of damage. He typically is able to, again, sort of get the job done. I might actually be able to take some damage here on LRB Pan. If Goku super attacks right away, he might be able to do actually enough damage. Maybe not. Okay, I think I'll probably maybe get this next turn, and then I'm going to cut until I can get Kid Gohan's active skill. But I feel like we already have established about what this Gohan looks like, right? Damage is not good, but he's just a very strong defensive unit and a very strong support unit. Not damage support, but he does really, really give nice defensive support, which is good. So, again, let me know what you guys think of this Kid Gohan, but I do personally love him. I think he is absolutely exceptional. I think he is a fantastic unit. Do I think he's the smartest to summon for? Probably not, but the boy is pretty goddamn good. That's for sure. Again, I do really like all of the key and defense that he is giving. He would be a lot better if Heavenly Events had, like, actual legitimate units that you'd be rocking, which they don't really. So this is a good turn for Gohan, but we're not able to get him hit at the start of the turn, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and see what damage numbers he gets right here, and then again, we'll go ahead and skip ahead until we're able to pop this boy's active skill and, you know, see the healing and all that stuff, right? If Pan would get supered, which she didn't, damn it, that would be where we would take a lot of damage. Because I did bring in, I mean, this hybrid Saiyan build right here, it's going to be difficult to take a lot of damage. Oh, by the way, like, again, like, comparing Gohan to Kale and Khalifa, since they both just came out, or well, Gohan for Global, Kale and Khalifa for JP. Kale and Khalifa definitely have a better leader skill. Their link set is better, and they're on 50 teams, right? Whereas Gohan has only got, what, 6 category teams? And, like, you know, Bond of Master and Disciple, I feel like is definitely solid, but it doesn't really get any play. Youth is not really that good. Heavenly Events sucks. So you're pretty much just left to Hybrid Saiyan, Goku Family, and Planetary Destruction for Kid Gohan. But, I mean, I do really like all 3 of those teams. Okay, so yeah, let's cut ahead until we can get the active skill. Alright, so here we go. We are going to be able to pop Kid Gohan's active skill. Let's go ahead and play this real fast. Alright, there we go. Okay, so that gives us a nice increase. Yeah, here. Yeah, Kid Gohan, his defense builds up very, very fast. So he gives all allies for this rotation and the next rotation 20% defense. That's an active skill defensive buff, which is very good. He heals us. He now guards for the turn. It just leads to this Kid Gohan, like, performing so well and really helping the team. Again, it's one of these things where it's like, you know, when we want it, like you'll get it. Like, and I think that's, like, just, like, very, very impactful for Gohan. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and transform into Tech Ultimate Gohan, because I think he gets Saiyan Warrior Race when he transforms. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's do this as well. Alright, so Kid Gohan, we have everything active except for Demonic Ways and Gaze of Respect, the 2 links you're not going to routinely see. This is not really, I guess, a turn meant to maximize Gohan's damage or anything like that. But again, just to sort of, like, show, like, what levels of performance you can expect to see from this Gohan. Well, I guess if you got him Rainbow to Link level 10, right? Again, 3.69, not really too good. That's with a lot of his links active, too, but defensively, he's King Kong in that turn. One other thing I should mention, I didn't really talk about that about this, really. He does have a unit super attack. If you could have Piccolo or Krillin on the team, right, he's able to do the unit super attack. Still stacks defense. It gives him 50% attack for 1 turn, and he has a 50% chance to stun, you know, enemies for 2 turns. The problem with that is, in order to do it, you need to have either a Piccolo on the team or a Krillin on the team. Here's the issue. Again, I've already established that basically the teams in which you're going to be rocking this Kid Gohan primarily are Hybrid Saiyan, Goku Family, and then Planetary Destruction, which don't really have Krillin and Piccolo units on it. Piccolo, Saiyan Saga Piccolo is on Planetary Destruction, but right now he's unusable, right? Maybe in the future you could get that, but the unit super attack is very, very uncommon. It's not something you're really going to be seeing, like, too often, if ever, right? And then Gohan also, by the way, he has a medium chance to stun on his normal super, but then he does guaranteed stun the enemy for 1 turn, like, after he's been hit. So if you go in Super Battle Road and you're able to put Gohan in slot 1, he gets hit, and then you super attack, you are going to stun them guaranteed for that turn, which can be very good. Just like the Dokkan Fest Super Vegeta has got that, right? So that's sort of the thing with this Gohan, right? Is that I would say that, like, Kale and Khalifa will definitely surpass him in a lot of ways, but Gohan is much more relevant in short-term content, I think, than the Kale and Khalifa unit are. I probably would grade Kale and Khalifa a bit higher anyway, But I think Gohan is more so a character you could use across the entire game, whereas Kale and Queefy are probably, I mean, they could help in Super Battle Road, but it's not like they're going to be gods in there. So I'll probably make this the last rotation right here. Let me know what you guys think of Kid Gohan. Personally, I adore the unit. I love him. I think he's incredible. I think this Kid Gohan, again, is just a really masterful, very, very, very good unit. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.